At 7:39 in this morning's Consumer Watch, Fed Chairman Ben Bernanke has said he does not expect the U.S. to fall into recession, but the economy is weakening, so much so that it has become a major issue in the election, overshadowing even the Iraq war. Here to offer his economic forecast for 2008, financial analyst Lance Roberts. Lance, thanks for being here this morning.
My pleasure.
Let's start talking about the R word, recession. As soon as people hear it, they panic and start hoarding.
Right.
So should we start, I hear Mike laughing, but that's exactly, as soon as I hear recession, I'm scared. What should we expect for 2008? Because it's like they always say, we're due. Are we due this year? Well,
first of all, recessions occur on a regular basis, about every 80 years, going back for the last 60 years. So yes, we're going to have a recession at some point. The problem is that by the time economists notate that we have a recession, we've already had it. It's already passed. The economists have never predicted a recession. They always tell you you've already been in one. So yes, we're going to have an economic slowdown this year. It's already being seen in job growth, as well as you're seeing slowdown in productivity, as well as in consumer spending.
So who gets hurt most by a recession?
People that are extended on credit cards, too much debt. The people that if they lose their job, they're financially hurt immediately.
So those who are much more tenuous.
Exactly.
And what can we expect as far as Houston? Will we see different things locally than on the national landscape?
Well, yeah, primarily because, you know, energy has been a main driver of the markets over the last couple of years. Oil, running about $95 a barrel as of today. And so, we have a lot more income here in Houston in our local economy because of the oil-based industry. So a national recession won't impact us as much here, but we will still feel the effects.
How will we feel it? And how is it that we don't know we're in a recession when we're in the middle of one?
Well, because, in a lot of cases, you see things as a consumer as higher prices, and you're at home trying to pay your bills, and it's a little tougher to make ends meet. So you will feel a recession much more than, say, what the economists feel or predict because of the numbers. Again, if Ben Bernanke comes out and says, folks, we're in a recession, or we're about to hit a recession, people will immediately retract, consumers will stop spending, or will begin hoarding, and you will have a recession. It is a self-fulfilling prophecy at that point. So it's very hard to come out and for them to say, hey, this is what's happening, this is how bad it is. So there's a lot of talk around the fringes in that regard. Are
there any surprises on the financial forefront?
No, I think you're pretty much seeing a lot of it. The housing price falling here. We're at 13, 14-year lows on housing prices, as well as home inventories are at all-time highs. And that impact is starting to filter its way through. Of course, you have the subprime issue. You've got credit problems with a lot of the banks. There's a lot of issues that we've got to focus on and filter through over the next 12 months.
Very quickly, why is Houston usually insulated when it comes to really high housing prices?
Well, because we didn't have the house price appreciation here that you had in California and Vegas and Florida. I mean, how many people want to retire and move to Houston, versus Florida or the beach on California? So you had dramatic price increases in homes. And it's like if you stretch a rubber band and as far as it can go in one direction. And that's what happened in a lot of those markets. And now that price has got to come back to get to some level of normality.
All right, Lance Roberts, we appreciate your insight this morning. It'll be very interesting to see how 2008 develops financially.
Thank you.
Aaron, over to you.